The cursed trunk that changed my life. What would you do if you bought a cursed trunk? Jamie didn't hesitate. His curiosity about the unknown often led him to places others feared. The allure of the mysterious, the thrill of uncovering hidden stories, always pulled him in. This trunk, rumored to be cursed, was no exception. Meet Jamie, a collector of old objects with mysterious pasts. His home, filled with relics from bygone eras, was a testament to his passion. Each item had a story, and Jamie thrived on discovering them. The more enigmatic the object, the more it fascinated him. One day, Jamie hears about an auction featuring a rumored cursed trunk. The mere mention of its dark past piqued his interest. He knew he had to see it for himself. The auction house was abuzz with whispers, but Jamie's mind was set. Without a second thought, Jamie bids and wins the trunk. The competition was fierce, but his determination never wavered. As the auctioneer's gavel fell, a sense of triumph washed over him. This mysterious trunk, with its unknown secrets, was now his. The trunk is engraved with strange, unsettling symbols. Jamie's fingers traced the carvings, feeling their eerie energy. Each symbol seemed to pulse with a life of its own. It was unlike anything he had ever seen, and it both intrigued and unnerved him. From the moment Jamie first laid eyes on the trunk, an uneasy feeling settled in his gut. It was as if the air around it was heavier, more oppressive. Despite his excitement, a small voice inside him whispered warnings, but he chose to ignore it, eager to explore his new find. Bringing the trunk home, Jamie couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and trepidation. His curiosity overrode his apprehension as he carefully placed the trunk in his living room. The symbols on its surface seemed to pulse with a life of their own, beckoning him to delve deeper into their mystery. Jamie spent hours examining the strange symbols adorning the trunk. They were intricate and unsettling, each one appearing to tell a part of an ancient, forgotten story. The more he studied them, the more intrigued and disturbed he became, unable to shake the feeling that he was being watched. Determined to understand the origins of the trunk, Jamie dove into historical research. He scoured old books, online archives, and local legends, piecing together fragments of its dark past. The trunk seemed to be linked to a series of unfortunate events, reinforcing the notion that it was indeed cursed. As Jamie delved deeper, strange occurrences began to plague his home. Objects would vanish and reappear in odd places, lights flickered without reason, and an inexplicable chill permeated the air. These unsettling events seemed to revolve around the trunk, confirming his growing suspicion that it harbored a sinister force. Jamie begins to experience vivid nightmares that seem intricately linked to the trunk. Each night, he finds himself trapped in an eerie world where the strange symbols from the trunk come to life. The nightmares grow increasingly intense, leaving Jamie both physically and mentally exhausted. As the nightmares persist, Jamie starts hearing whispering voices emanating from the trunk at night. The whispers are faint but unmistakable, filling his room with an unsettling presence. Despite his attempts to ignore them, the voices grow louder and more persistent, creeping into his waking hours. Friends notice Jamie's deteriorating condition and warn him about the dangers of cursed objects. They share stories of similar experiences, urging him to get rid of the trunk. Jamie, however, dismisses their concerns, convinced that his imagination is running wild due to lack of sleep. Jamie's skepticism begins to wane as objects in his house start moving on their own. Books fall off shelves, and chairs slide across the floor without explanation. These occurrences, combined with the relentless nightmares and whispers, force Jamie to reconsider the trunk's influence on his life. Despite the mounting evidence, Jamie's health mysteriously declines. He feels increasingly weak and fatigued, with dark circles forming under his eyes. Doctors find no medical cause, leaving Jamie to suspect that the malevolent energy from the trunk is draining his life force. Jamie's health begins to deteriorate mysteriously. He becomes pale, loses weight, and suffers from constant fatigue. Sleep eludes him as nightmares plague his nights. Friends and family grow concerned, noticing his rapid decline. Yet Jamie remains determined to uncover the truth behind the cursed trunk. Determined, Jamie digs deeper into the trunk's origins. He spends countless hours poring over old books and online forums, seeking any clue. Historical records reveal the trunk's dark past, linked to a series of tragic events. The deeper he delves, the more ominous the trunk's history becomes. He discovers the trunk is linked to an ancient, malevolent curse. The curse originated from a vengeful sorcerer, infuriated by betrayal. Throughout centuries, the trunk has claimed many victims, each suffering inexplicable misfortunes. Jamie realizes the severity of his situation, understanding the grave danger he faces. Jamie seeks help from paranormal experts, desperate for answers. He contacts renowned investigators and mediums, sharing his experiences. They visit his home, sensing the dark energy radiating from the trunk. The experts confirm his worst fears. The curse is real, and its influence is growing stronger. Experts confirm the trunk's dark energies. They explain that the curse feeds on fear and despair, intensifying over time. Jamie listens intently, feeling a mix of fear and determination. Understanding the gravity of his predicament, he resolves to fight back against the malevolent force that threatens his very existence. The exorcism attempt fails, and the hauntings only intensify. Jamie's home becomes a battleground of inexplicable phenomena. Lights flicker uncontrollably, doors slam shut, and cold drafts sweep through rooms. The experts are baffled, and Jamie's hope dwindles as he realizes that the curse is more powerful than they anticipated.
As the hauntings worsen, Jamie's desperation grows. The relentless terror takes a toll on his mental and physical health. Sleep-deprived and haunted by nightmarish visions, he feels cornered and helpless. Every corner of his home holds a new threat, pushing him closer to the edge of sanity.
Jamie struggles to differentiate between reality and illusion. The cursed trunk's influence blurs the lines, causing him to question his perceptions. Shadows move independently, and phantom whispers plague his mind. He battles to maintain his grip on reality, fearing the darkness is consuming him entirely. Determined to find a solution, Jamie dives deeper into his research. He scours ancient texts, consults obscure sources, and pieces together clues about the curse. His relentless pursuit leads him to an ancient ritual, one that promises to lift the malevolent curse if performed correctly. Hope flickers once more. Jamie gathers the necessary items for the ritual with meticulous care. Each component holds significance, from rare herbs to sacred relics. He prepares his home, creating a sacred space to conduct the ritual. As the moment approaches, Jamie steels himself, knowing this may be his last chance to break free. Jamie gathers the necessary items for the ritual, meticulously following ancient texts. He collects rare herbs, sacred relics, and a handwritten incantation. Each item holds significant power, and Jamie feels a mix of anxiety and determination as he prepares. The weight of the task ahead presses heavily on him.
As the night falls, Jamie begins the ritual in a dimly lit room. The air thickens with tension as he chants the incantation, carefully placing each sacred item around the trunk. Shadows dance ominously around him, and a cold, eerie sensation fills the room, signaling the presence of dark forces.
The ritual triggers an intense confrontation with these unseen entities. Jamie feels their malevolent energy push back against his efforts, challenging his resolve. His heart races, but he continues the ritual, his voice unwavering. It's a battle of wills, and Jamie knows he must stay strong to succeed. Jamie fights with unwavering determination to break the ancient curse. He pours every ounce of his strength into the ritual, feeling the dark forces weakening. The air grows lighter, and a sense of hope begins to build within him. The curse's grip loosens, and Jamie pushes forward relentlessly. With a final powerful incantation, Jamie decides to destroy the trunk, knowing it's the only way to end its malevolent influence. He watches as the cursed object disintegrates, its dark energy dissipating into nothingness. Exhausted but victorious, Jamie breathes a sigh of relief, feeling the curse lift. Jamie's life slowly returns to normal, but the scars from his harrowing ordeal remain. The nights are quieter, and the whispers have ceased, yet shadows of the past linger. He feels a deep sense of relief, but also a cautious awareness of the unknown lurking in old, forgotten objects. Through this experience, Jamie learns a valuable lesson about the dangers of cursed objects. His passion for collecting takes on a new dimension, marked by a respectful wariness. He now understands that some antiques carry more than just history. They hold malevolent energies that can disrupt lives. Jamie decides to share his story to warn others about the hidden perils of seemingly innocent artifacts. He recounts his journey with honesty, hoping his tale will serve as a cautionary reminder. He emphasizes that curiosity, while intriguing, can sometimes lead to unexpected and unsettling consequences. Reflecting on the experience, Jamie feels wiser but wary. The ordeal has made him more cautious and perceptive, attuned to the subtleties of old objects. He continues his passion for collecting, but with a newfound respect for the energies that might dwell within each piece he acquires. What would you do if you encountered a cursed object? Jamie's story invites you to ponder this unsettling question. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, and let's explore the mysteries and dangers that our world holds together. Your insights could help others avoid similar fates. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Have you ever encountered something that gave you the chills? Maybe a strange object or an eerie occurrence? We'd love to hear your stories and see what you think about Jamie's harrowing experience with the cursed trunk. Follow us for updates on new videos and spooky stories. Stay connected with us on social media to receive the latest news on our upcoming content. We promise to keep you entertained with a steady stream of ghostly tales and paranormal encounters. Thanks for watching, and remember, some objects are better left untouched. Jamie's story serves as a cautionary tale about the unknown forces that may be lurking in everyday items. Stay curious, but be careful, and always think twice before bringing something mysterious into your home.